And I had to change the music. You cannot do this without music. I'm about to cook pancakes for breakfast because I'm grown and I like pancakes. So first, I'm about to show you step by step. Hold up. I'm gonna put you in this tripod real quick. All right. Hold up. Boom. All right. So I have a recipe over here. I'm just going off this recipe I got from TikTok. So I'm gonna half it. It starts with 1 cup of flour. So I'm using this type of flour right here. And I think I need to melt this butter a little bit. So I'm gonna like put it in the microwave and I'm gonna check it periodically a lot. But first, we gonna do this right here. So I'm going to do a cup of flour. Boom, flour in. I'm not gonna lie, I left some shit in there. Alright, so boom, flour's in. Sugar, it says a 1/4 cup for the original one, but I'm halving it, so I'm gonna do 1/8 cup. Um, I actually can't tell. I think this is a cup because the thing's rubbed off. This is a 1/2 cup. This is a third. I think this is a fourth right here. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna get me. Oh yeah, and I'm making lemon ricotta pancakes. So this isn't no, you know what I'm saying? No bitch shit. Boom. It's about a. Let's do a little. Boom. So we got the sugar in there. Baking powder, it says 1 tablespoon. So I just went to the store and got new baking powder and baking soda. And while I'm letting that go, I have some sausage. Pause. I'm gonna cut that up. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot how YouTube is. Like they'll flag you. YouTube flags you for having music in the background. I forgot, but it's okay. Um, I hate getting flagged for content like copyright, but that's all right. I'm gonna start cooking the sausage on this one, and I'm gonna cook my eggs in that one. Boom. Okay, that's done. So then after that, we're gonna do. It said 1 tablespoon, so that means I need a 1/2 tablespoon. So boom, 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. So boom, there's that. In. All right. And then, okay, now we keep moving down. We do baking soda. It looks like 1 teaspoon. So, teaspoon. Boom, we got 1 teaspoon, put that in there. All right, so now we do, oh fuck, I actually put too much. This is supposed to be half a teaspoon of baking soda. Damn, chat, I just fucked up. I gotta restart. I just fucked up the recipe. All right, that's cool. We're gonna make this quick. All right, so flour. Boom. All right, 1 cup of flour. And then it's a 1/8 cup. Because this is a 1/4 cup. We're supposed to do sugar, but I'm gonna do an 1/8 cup of sugar, right? So boom. All right, that should be enough. And then a 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. Oh shit! You can see why I don't really cook, because I don't really know how to cook. There's that. See if my butter's melted yet. No. I keep my butter in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. And now I'm doing a 1/2 teaspoon. So before I did 1 teaspoon, I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Sodium bicarbonate, that's what baking soda is, if you didn't know that. Get my stove dirty. All right, so then after that, we just need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, so a dash of salt, really. Put that in there. So that's the dry batter. Now that we have all the dry ingredients, I'm gonna just whip that up, you know what I'm saying? Let me turn that on. All right, so boom. All right, now this calls for 4 tablespoons of of melted butter. So I'm halving that, so I only need 2. So I'm gonna cut right there and put it in like a dish or something. What up, family? And then, all right, so boom. I got this from, I don't know, some restaurant. And because I have that, oh shit, I'm cooking this on high. This does not need to be on high. Let me turn that all the way down low. So boom. I feel like butter is the key to any good pancake recipe. So boom, we do that. And I'm gonna just melt that butter in the microwave. All right, so after we do that, we're gonna get our wet stuff. So 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk, I have regular milk. So I feel like that should be fine. I don't know why I just mixed up the milk, but it's my kitchen. I can do whatever I want. So that's how we rocking, baby. So this is a half cup. We're gonna do the milk. I think everything's supposed to be warm too, but I'm not a weirdo and I don't keep warm milk in my refrigerator, so it might be a little unorthodox, but I'm gonna warm up. Yeah, look, we got some good melted butter right there. I'm gonna warm that milk up just a little bit, and then, oh shit, this is saying a cup of buttermilk and a half cup of milk. Okay, so in other words, if you do buttermilk and milk, regular milk, this is calling for 1.5 cups. So in other words, if I'm half in that recipe, oh fuck, I might fuck something up a little bit. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna add some ricotta cheese to this. And because I'm adding ricotta cheese, what I'm actually gonna do is half that. So this is just supposed to be a 1/4 cup of milk. So let's fourth that. We're gonna fourth that milk. And then we have our melted butter. And then I'm doing half a teaspoon of this right here. I was about to do some video a while ago and I got like the really good vanilla extract. But what I'm actually gonna do is plug up a light real quick so you guys can see everything that's going on just a little bit better at least. Hold up. All right, boom. That might make things a little easier to see for you. So boom. We got the vanilla extract and it's a half a is that a half a teaspoon or a tablespoon? Half a tablespoon. So I got a half a, it was over here somewhere. Here it is, half a teaspoon. That's a half a teaspoon. I need a half a tablespoon. I found 1 teaspoon. Oh well. I'll just pour up half, like eyeball it. Boom. So this is supposed to be some type of good brand of that shit right there. I got a feeling I didn't put enough baking powder, but it's okay. We're gonna keep rocking, baby. And I guess it's supposed to be 1 egg, so I'm gonna drop 1 egg in here. Flip that sausage over, pause. We're pausing everything in 2026, baby, because we're grown. So after I did that, I guess what I'm supposed to do is take this, mix it up with the egg. So I'm mixing that. And then a while ago, I found a joint with a ricotta cheese. So here's what I'm doing. I'm making lemon ricotta pancakes. So it's a little bit different. And how I'm doing that is I'm gonna put my butter in there, right? But then what I'm also gonna do here is I'm doing lemon lime ricotta pancakes. So we're gonna go like that. I got my lime cut. Do a little bit of lime juice in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lemon lime ricotta pancakes. Oh, these are gonna be so delicious. Boom. And then I got my lemon. I'm just doing a little bit, you know. And then boom, squeeze that in there. I mean, it's really how lemony you want it. You know what I'm saying? Some people want their shit to be more lemony than snicket. Do a little bit more. Make sure you don't get the seeds in there. Okay, cool. And then here's my secret ingredient. See, I'll be telling y'all secrets only on the live. We're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon. Cause I like cinnamon. And I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of nutmeg. Just a little bit, otherwise it'll taste like a straight up pastry, you know what I mean? So then after we do that, let's mix that shit up. This is a tiny bit more. See how I'm mixing that up? Lemon lime ricotta pancakes with a dash of cinnamon. So I'm gonna mix my wet ingredients. See how I'm doing that? And then here go the butter. Now, this part right here is very crucial. So I'm gonna put my butter in the wet ingredients. All real people who know how to cook, they know that the butter is crucial to a good pancake. And now I'm gonna just drop that in there and see if you know anything about making a good pancake. You know at this point you gotta fold it in. See how I'm folding it in? I'm not mixing because we want it to be fluffy. We want these to come out real fluffy. You see what I'm saying? It's a science. It's a science to all this shit. Oh shit, I don't think I mixed the wet ingredients enough. Oh well, it's gonna be fine. Trust me. Trust the process. Trust the process. You know that that one producer, how their thing is chase the money, chase the money. Mine is trust the process, trust the process. And then what else? We have our ricotta right here, our ricotta cheese. So you're gonna put some of that in there and you fold it in. Remember, we don't want everything to be like all the way mixed and shit, because then it's not gonna come out fluffy. We want those air pockets, you feel me? So, see what I'm doing? I'm making sure I get all that in there. Just fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, like I folded your bitch last night. Fold it. And here's the other secret ingredient. It's kind of thick, so what I like to do is keep some milk on deck. And I'm doing it to my liking. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you follow these online recipes and it's like, bro, this shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit will be way too goddamn runny, or it'll be way too thick. You see what I'm saying? So boom. Yeah, this is coming out way better. Now you don't even want to do this too much, because otherwise it's gonna come out fucked up. But let's try this first. This is a little thick for my liking, but that's fine. Get all that butter. Now, and I might add some more ricotta, but for now, what we do is we open this. See how I got all that flour on there? See, one important thing you do, all real cooks know, you clean as you go. See what I'm saying? So boom. So now we let that rock. I think this is gonna come out good, you know? It might be a little too thick, but that's why we do like one pancake to test it. See what I'm doing? I'm getting my I feel like a little bit of milk isn't gonna help or hurt rather. See what I'm doing? I'm getting everything that I was using that was on the counters. I don't even know what I used and what I didn't use. This is good. And I'm putting it, I'm about to make sure I clean it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting everything. This, see, all that shit that I use. See, all good cooks, that's what they do, is they clean as they go. So that's what I'm doing, I'm cleaning as I go. Feel me? Cleaning as I go. Real niggas clean as they go. Shaq, real niggas clean as they go. Alright. So this is rocking. Let me see, what else? This needs to be clean. Clean as I go, chat. Clean as I go. All right, so boom. Now I'm gonna just throw these back in the mean. Oh, this is gonna be so fucking delicious. I can't wait. I can't wait, chat. Because I put some like that, the rest of that milk in there. I'm gonna just finish mixing that up. The original recipe, remember guys, it called for whatchamacallit. It called for buttermilk, but I didn't have it, so oh well. This good. I think this pan is good. I think we good to start cooking. So now I'm gonna go like this. Put some butter down in that pan. I'm like super excited to eat these pancakes. There's no like set amount of butter, but I would say heavily butter your pan. Pause. And then I'm gonna just lay that down in there. Yeah, I think this is too thick because the pancake isn't really spreading. It just depends. Like some people prefer a thicker pancake. Me, like, fam, give me a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a actual pancake. So, yeah, this isn't very thick, but that's fine. Here, let me tilt that down just a little bit so you can see what's going on. Hold up, boom. All right. Now, hopefully that shit don't fall. But yeah, remember, it's always that first pancake is like the test pancake. That's cool. While that's going, I'm about to show you how I make my viral syrup. So, let's do it in a glass. Let's do it in this thing right here. So in a shot glass over here, what I actually have, we're gonna pour some syrup in this. It's like a large taster. I actually got it at this like event, this food event, but in a small glass like this, you put your syrup. This is cane syrup. It's not maple syrup, unfortunately. Maple syrup is so fucking delicious, like real maple syrup. But actually, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna get. Oh shit! I thought that broke. syrup pack. Just a little bit of honey, unless you like honey. Like, do this to your own taste. And then get some vanilla extract. Yes, real vanilla extract goes a long way. And it's cheap. Like, well, I won't say that. I want to say this right here was 11 bucks, so it is kind of high, but like, dog, how, like, who's using all that vanilla? You know what I'm saying? Just a little dash of vanilla, right? And then you kind of mix it up a little bit. This is how I'm making my viral syrup. See what I'm doing? It's really just a little bit of honey, a little bit of, just a tiny bit of vanilla in there. And then you mix it up. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit, but other than that, that's what we want. So after that, we put that over there. Now I'm gonna check my pancake. Ooh, this is coming out nice. So it did spread a little bit, as you can see. And once again, we're gonna check it like after it's done, for real. We're gonna check that, but let's check the this piece of sausage that's just been in this pan forever. I turned the pan down on all the way low, so it's not burnt. And what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna heat that up just a little bit. Low key, I kind of enjoy cooking, but it's like a lot going on. Oops, turn that shit off. All right, so boom. And then what I like to do is just check the bottom of it. It's good to flip, but before I do that, actually it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and boom. So as you can see, like so far, this looks decent. You know what I mean? That looks decent. I'm actually hella excited. Only bad thing is this pan is small, so it's kind of big for like, it depends. If you're cool with your pancakes touching, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But that's done right there. Now, I'm debating if I want to use all this for my egg or not. I like eating eggs over easy or sunny, honestly, any type of way. But let's scramble them today. Let's scramble them. We're gonna scramble the eggs. Hold up. So y'all let me know how you cook your eggs. I grew up getting a bowl, and then what you do is you scramble them in the bowl, not in the pan. I'm just doing 2 eggs because it's just me. And I add salt and pepper to the bowl. This pan is getting hot even though it's on low, but there's nothing in it. So I'm gonna set this like over here somewhere until I'm done. But boom, now, honestly, this is good. This is a good pancake right here. This is a smaller pancake, and if you don't believe me, It's done. See? Mmm. It's very fluffy. Fluffy as hell. Mmm. Yeah, that came out good. So I'm actually gonna turn this pan off for a second, just so it's not too hot. And now we just do the rest of our pancakes. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm like spreading it a little bit. These are probably the fluffiest pancakes I've ever cooked. So some people, I get it, they don't really like really thick, fluffy pancakes. But me, I'm like, you see how I'm literally spreading it with the fucking fork? Like, I don't usually make pancakes at all. I don't usually even cook. But these are cool. I mean, like, I suppose if you wanted, you know, if that was too thick, you could just come back through. Mm. What was that? Yeah, if you wanted to, you could come back through and like add some water or milk. I actually don't trust people that cook their pancakes with water. Now I understand some people might not be able to afford milk like that, and that's fine. By the way, we're not seasoning our eggs with everything in our cabinet. We just gonna keep it cool. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it cool. Salt, pepper. That's all you need. And these days, I'm trying to cut back on the sodium. Little salt, little pepper. That's it, fam. That's it, chat. That's it. Like we not dumping everything in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on some other shit. Yeah, I think I like how these turned out in general. Next time I make these, I want them to be more buttery. I want them to be more buttery and like the pancake. I want it to be a little sweeter itself. But I'm refining my recipe, all right, chat? All right, so boom. That was all that grease from the sausage, so I didn't even have to add butter. So boom. That's for the eggs. See what I'm saying? I'm cleaning up as I go. You see how fluffy these are getting? And they are expanding, but they're running into each other. So there's kind of there's nowhere for them to go. So I'm gonna change that next time. I need a bigger pan. Like I need a big cast iron skillet or griddle. But I'm making do with what I have. That's what cooking's all about. Making do with what you have. In fact, some of the best recipes are come from people making do with what they had. But anyways, see what I'm doing? I'm kind of cleaning up. I'm cleaning up. Cleaning up. Cleaning up. All right. So I'm gonna let that rock. Boom, we got this going. I wish I was on Twitch, because then I could play music. I might start streaming on Twitch. I just have to be, to me with content creation, now I'm gonna talk about content for a little bit. You gotta be intentional, like, or at least I think it helps if you're, the more intentional you are. And I low-key hate that word because I feel like it was the word of 2025 is intentional. Usually people would use it as it applies to dating. Intentional this, intentional that, intentional pussy, intentional bitches, intentional, you know what I'm saying? Oh, whoops, a little bit fell out. So, same thing, don't go over medium. Don't, not over medium as an egg. Don't turn the heat up past medium. You really need to cook eggs on low, unless you want to be rubbery, but see what I'm saying? They're already done. Eggs are already done. Like, if you can't cook eggs properly, maybe not like boiled eggs or poached eggs. Yes, I said boiled eggs. In my opinion, boiled eggs are kind of difficult. See? Got some good scrambled eggs. That's good. Yeah, if you can't cook scrambled eggs right, I don't know if you should be in the kitchen. Like, I might not be the best cook, but at least I can scramble an egg in a pan. Well, in a bowl and then put it in a pan. Here's the hard part. You see how fat these pancakes got? Yeah, these are just super fluffy. Super fluffy. Like, these are the like, dog. See what I'm saying? And that's because of how we made it. We were folding it in. Because I like leftovers, I'm going to stretch this pancake batter a little bit with some milk. I think I got enough for like 2-3 more. Yeah. And you gotta get all the pancake batter on the side of the bowl, all of it, even on the spatula there. See that? You gotta get all that pancake batter. See what I'm saying? Like, this right here is maybe the consistency I'm used to seeing. Like, more runny. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's thick, but it's runny. Let's stop playing with it, because remember, our claim to fame with this recipe is the air. Is letting that thicken up. You know what I'm saying? Having those air pockets in there. You want them air pockets. So, in all honesty, once again, I'm talking to you as I'm cleaning. See? I'm cleaning. Talking to you as I'm cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Boom. See? How easy was that? Clean up after yourself. So, yeah, it just depends. Like, some people, they like their shit thick. Some people like their shit not thick. All this depends on who you are. I was about to go to a brunch spot this morning too, but yeah, honestly, after you flip them, they're basically done. Like, boom. There, you are done. All right. I think this is probably the last round. See, I heavily coated this pan. All right, so boom. Yeah, see, those came out way more runny. And that's kind of what I wanted. Anyways, that's fine. That's all I'm gonna add to those. So we're just gonna let them cook up. You know what I'm saying? I'm cleaning over here. That's all what it's all about. Cleaning as I'm talking. Talking while I'm cleaning. Alright. So boom, we're done with that. Honestly, the only thing we need to do is let the rest of these rock, and then we're good to go. I got some chicken over here, some chicken thighs that I needed to cook up. I might do that right after the pancakes and right after we do this food review. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. And see, they're still, look, these are getting pretty thick. So I will say, these ones right here are too thick. And I'm saying that because, like, these are already thick and they're rising too, right? And then on top of that, like, they're not going to be that much bigger because they weren't spreading very much, right? Because that batter was pretty thick. So it wasn't spreading, but it was still rising. And then it can only rise but so much. So then after that, it was just kind of staying in place. So that's how you get like a thick pancake. Like not thick like that way, but thick like inside, like a dense pancake is what I'm trying to say. This is still fine though. Everything's a learning experience. Next time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna definitely not put cinnamon, only because I didn't put enough to taste it, and all it does is just make it browner, which is fine. I mean, the darker the better. Black is berry, sweet is the juice. So that's fine, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna let that rise. And then yeah, next time I'm gonna definitely add more milk. And probably more ricotta cheese. I'm trying to master this ricotta cheese thing. These lemon lime ricotta pancakes. I told you, I am. This is a viral. What am I trying to say? This is a viral recipe we got here. In fact, let me just go ahead and pull up this thing right here. So yeah, I don't really want to show you all my all my kitchen because it's kind of nasty. Nah, I just got some like chords and content creator shit over there. That's all. Yeah, that's basically all. But if you check that out, this is what we got. See that? See how it's bubbling up and it's getting pretty thick right there. This is a light that I'm using. It almost came off this thing that I have. That would have been bad. Okay, now I'm gonna set this back up. Bring this over here. Point that bitch down. I might Should I flip this like one pancake or not? I'm gonna flip it like one pancake. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect flip. Perfect, perfect. Hey, come on, man. You can't fuck with me, man. You can't fuck with me, man. I actually think these are gonna be the best ones. They look the best, especially this circular one right here. See what I'm saying? And look how much they rose. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I definitely should have stretched that batter almost twice as much, because I would have got the same amount of pancakes. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm gonna perfect my pancake recipe, and then I'm gonna spread that shit to the world, because the world needs to know. Here's a little piece. It needs to be sweeter. Definitely. It needs to be sweeter. Y'all let me know. You like milk or you like orange juice with your pancakes? No, y'all remember maybe when we was kids and shit was like, I'm pouring me a glass of milk. Shit was like, yo, this is part of your balanced breakfast. And the shit would be like a big old stack of pancakes, some fucking cereal, some eggs, some like bacon or something, toast, a big ass glass of milk, and a big ass glass of orange juice. I'm like, wait. I always wondered when I was a kid, like, am I supposed to eat all that at breakfast? So then after all that, you remember that Carl Anthony Towns? Everybody was making fun of him. After all that. Shout out to Carl Anthony Towns. It sucks because that team over there is making a lot of noise if you follow basketball. Sometimes what I like to do is just maybe break it open a little bit. Just check it. I think that's fine. Plus, I'm sick of cooking, guys. To be honest, I am sick of cooking. So boom, I got them done. Honestly, I would cook more, but sometimes I'm like, dog, I got other things to do. Shout out to the men and women, the men and the women that cook for their families like daily. All right, so now look, I'm gonna just plate it up. Look how perfect this one looks. I'm gonna put a little butter on there. Yeah, get a little butter. And then put that one on there. And they're just as thick as these other ones, to be honest. So I guess I learned something. I don't need that much butter. Plus, it's not melting. Plus, I want to just hurry up and eat. So this is a little unorthodox, but what I'm about to do, see, because this is a legit cooking show over here. We are the most legit cooking show in the West. I had some chicken thighs that were marinating. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking those. Of course, I'm washing my hands over here in the sink. All right, boom. So we're gonna let those cook on medium for a little bit, but while it's happening, yes, you heard me washing my hands. Those smell really good, by the way. They were marinating for maybe like a day or two, day and a half. And no, I'm not cooking it on high like a young ho. Oops. Some of this fell out the pan. We'll get our piece of sausage. And honestly, we're ready to eat. We are ready to eat. All right, let me take this over here. Get our viral syrup that we mixed up. And then we're gonna go right here. Oops. Yeah, those chicken thighs won't take too long, but while we wait for all that to cook up, we're gonna finally eat. Oh man, I'm actually very hungry because I haven't really eaten today. Let me tilt this up just a little bit. All right, so now we're ready to eat, guys. Y'all want authentic content? Here's your authenticity. You're seeing me in the wild. Actually, not in the wild, at home. This is how I live. No, it's not. I don't really cook usually. But anyway, let's say grace. So boom. You get a syrup. Pour that on there. I like a good helping of syrup. Oh, whoops. Why did I get 2 forks? I meant to get a knife. Yeah. I don't feel like getting a knife anymore. Let's just dig right in. Boom. And that's legit, fam. That is legit. The syrup. And don't let nobody tell you differently. It's the syrup, fam. This is what I'm talking about. You see that? These are decently thick pancakes. Let me get some of this. It's kind of hard to judge a pancake without syrup because unlike barbecue, pancakes, you need syrup. Now, with that being said, let me take that. With that being said, I feel like a good pancake, you can still taste it. Like you should taste it without the syrup and it should taste decent still. But it shouldn't like require syrup. And that is good syrup. I told y'all. My one critique would be on the syrup. Maybe I'm gonna put just a little less vanilla. Oh, let me check my chicken thighs. All right, those are so good. Yeah, they were like $11. So you saw the amount of chicken thighs I put in the pan. Those are $11, and then it was actually twice that. So that's just half of the pack. And then I seasoned the whole thing, and I put the other half in the freezer for another time because I know I'm not gonna eat all that chicken that fast. Yeah, milk was on sale too. I'm really starting to sound like an old person. Like everybody talk about, yo, we can't buy no houses. We can't buy no houses. While it is true, That shit was way more affordable. Like inflation, and if you take into account for how much the dollar was back then, man, fuck all that, bro. That gas used to be like 28 cents or something. Like what the fuck? Milk used to be like 5 cents back in your grandparents' days or something. Like go to the store and get me some milk. So all I'm saying is part of the reason why like my generation can't buy shit is because niggas eating out all the time. At least I have an excuse. I be eating out, but I make some of that money back because of content. Mm, mm, mm. Not a bad breakfast. Not a bad breakfast. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Is like they could afford shit because they weren't going out and partying all crazy. They could afford shit because they weren't worried about you know being a baddie or being the you know what I'm saying, being the Chad or a Tyrone, being that guy. You see what I'm saying? That's why they could afford shit. That was going to the store and buying packs of chicken thighs, you know what I'm saying, for cheap that could feed the whole family. Making sure they buy shit on sale. Yeah, milk was on sale. It was buy one, get one free. So I buy one, and then I put the other thing of milk in the freezer. They were doing shit like that. Like, ooh, milk is on sale. Let me buy more right now, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. You can check them thighs again. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I burnt them a little bit, but nah, it's still good. They still going to get ate. That's another reason why they could afford shit is they weren't just throwing shit away. You know, if it was a little burnt, you better eat that shit. So, mm. I burnt the sausage a little bit too. That's another thing I want to say. Y'all remember that Google commercial? It was talking about some dude that was 25 because it was like Google was created 25 years ago because it was created in 2000, right? And it was kind of following the story of this kid. It was like Google has been around for his whole life and things like that. And it was like showing him growing up, Googling this, Googling that. Well, now he's 25 years old. He has his own house and blah blah blah. The whole time I'm like, how tone deaf can you be to society? The average 25-year-old is not buying a house. I'm not saying that they aren't buying houses. I definitely know some people around 25 who were buying houses. But it's like the average 25-year-old is not buying a house because they can't fucking afford it. Like, that was pretty tone deaf. I didn't see that commercial in rotation for too long. And I'm glad because that shit, it was a little tone deaf. Not that I'm gonna be over here like I'm offended by a Google commercial, but no. Like at the end of the day, I mean it's just a commercial. Like chill out. But it still was. Oh shit! It still was some bullshit. Shit, it still was some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that much. It's like such and such is, I don't know, it's a piece of ad phone, kind of. It's 25 years old and now. I'm like, bro, how fucking tone deaf can you be? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But anyways, I think that's it for today. I got to do other stuff. But thank you for tapping in. If you want more cooking videos, let me know. And check out my other videos, like my actual food videos. Hit subscribe. I got mad videos on this channel. This is the second channel. I said I'm going to start going live more just because I'm getting better. I'm getting my reps in. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one.